And once you have found them all, you will be able to unlock a secret new area. This is your electronic field guide for... This is the Jurassic period. 145 million years ago, a world dominated by giants. These extraordinary monkey puzzle or Araucaria trees are well protected against browsing sauropods. Diplodocus are a kind of sauropod, the largest land animals ever to have lived. The prodigious appetite of the sauropods means that they have to remain constantly on the move. This giant could be up to 60 or more years old. The water that floods these plains has evaporated, leaving just tiny pools. Diplodocus travel in herds of up to 20 animals, a mixture of adults and youngsters. The tree ferns are a type of fern which form a trunk to grow taller, away from the competition of other ground-level plants. This area is a mossy plain. A dragonfly flies past. They are one of the most ancient types of flying insect. These rocky outcrops formed by erosion provide cover for predators stalking nearby sauropod herds. The huge dinner plate-like prints in the mud are those of a diplodocus. Beside them are some smaller prints with 3 toes. A huge female Allosaurus has just killed a small diplodocus, which has strayed too far from the cover of trees. Water from the volcanic slopes above pours down here in the wet season. The wetness of the mud suggests that the prints were left quite recently. This sandy path is a dried up riverbed. These pools are the only source of water in the dry season, and dinosaurs congregate around them to drink. As the dry season sets in, vegetation becomes scarcer, and the diplodocus herds travel further and further in search of food. It will be many millions of years before grass will evolve, and open spaces such as this are quickly colonized by horsetails and ferns instead. This volcanic feature is called a fumarole. It is a crack in the ground through which steam and gas can escape. Huge redwood trees dominate the forests on this dry landscape. This tree has been blown over in a storm. Despite the fact that they can grow to 100 meters tall, their roots are only about 2 meters deep. This mound of earth and vegetation is actually the nest of an Allosaurus. If you set a stakeout camera here, you may catch a glimpse of her. The entrance to a secondary vent of the great extinct volcano is just visible. Stalactites can be seen on the roof of this volcanic vent. The tunnel emerges in a volcanic crater, once the center of a violent eruption, but now a tranquil area with a beautiful lake. Although the volcano is extinct, it still gives off heat. Steam and other gases rise from the center of the lake in the cool morning air. Flies are gathering above a patch of vegetation. They seem to have detected something on the ground there. This little skeleton is all that remains of a mammal. The shrubby Bennettitalis are very common in this area. The sound of two Allosaurus roaring disturbs the plains. It comes from the echoing enclosed area at the head of the dry river. Find where to go on the electronic field guide map. This is a male in his prime, but still he is smaller than the female. He is very unwise to push further for a piece of meat, but it has been some time since he last ate. An adult female Allosaurus is a loner. She will not take kindly to sharing her kill. He is very lucky. An unhealed leg injury has made her slow to react. The male has won the carcass. The female is now seriously injured. It is unlikely that she will be able to survive for long. Allosaurus, the lion of the Jurassic Age. Up to 12 meters long and weighing 3 tons when fully grown, nothing can rival these predators. They are the only animals big enough to threaten an adult sauropod. Allosaurs have a very good sense of smell and also listen out for the low rumble of sauropods. A pterosaur is flying overhead. These intriguing creatures ruled the air in prehistoric times. This is one of the most famous dinosaurs, Stegosaurus. Cycads are a group of plants which are flourishing in the Jurassic environment. The occasional bones scattered around this area may one day become fossils. The bare remains of cycads show that a herd of sauropods has passed this way. These natural rock arches are formed by wind erosion. Discover a dinosaur trap. Allosaurus method of killing is brutal. They simply run at the sauropods and take bites out of them, leaving victims to die of shock and blood loss. The sauropods are not easy victims, as their tails are formidable weapons, and many Allosaurus bear tail wounds across their bodies. But once one Allosaurus has drawn blood, the scent attracts others, and the victim is slowly brought down. The cry of an Ornitholestes comes from the forest. Maybe it is searching for dinosaur nests to raid. Use the electronic field guide map to find the location. The dinosaur nest has been disturbed. The young Diplodocus spend their vulnerable early years browsing under the cover of the forest. There is a patch of strange-looking sand here, surrounded by lush vegetation. The sound of a rock fall is heard coming from the desert region. Find where to go on the electronic field guide map. The earth tremor has caused a rock fall in front of the cliff. There is now a ramp of fallen rocks. Pterosaurs are related to dinosaurs and crocodiles, but are actually a separate animal group. Most of the pterosaurs around the plains hunt for insects over the lakes, or those disturbed by the browsing sauropod herds. The sight of a fresh carcass and the promise of easily available meat is usually enough to tempt a few down from the skies to feed. Until now, you have only been exploring the environment. Now explore the behavior of the animals by creating your own herds. You can create Diplodocus by pressing S or L for small or large. You can create Allosaurus by pressing A. The keys are explained in the control section of the electronic field guide. The flat floodplains stretch for miles. In the wet season, they would be giant lakes. As the dry season bites, these start to evaporate, leaving glaring white salt pans. Herds of giant sauropods migrate across the plains, heading for patches of forest which they haven't yet stripped of leaves. Allosaurus teeth are designed to slice through meat. By getting the herd moving, the Allosaurus can pick out any stray youngsters or slow-moving adults. A young female Allosaurus, already larger than a male would be at this age. sauropods are alarmed by the presence of the Allosaurus. The Allosaurus must get close to the Diplodocus without alarming it. The Allosaurus has judged the attack badly. The older animals have seen movement or smelled a predator. It fails to get a hold with its teeth. It cannot afford to be injured. This allosaur has died from its injuries. Their sense of smell draws them towards the herd, and their eyes are cute. Allosaurus lead a rough life, and injuries such as this leg wound are common. A Diplodocus carcass like this will soon be stripped bare. Although it is a formidable hunter, the prospect of a free meal like this carcass is always welcome for an Allosaurus, especially if it is weakened by any injuries.